Round one, we've got the choice. We'll play first. And yeah, we'll keep this. A little bit slow, but got all of our colors, which is good. I think we want our blue source out there first since we don't have any other ways to get a blue source out of our lands. All right. Hmm. No morph is a bit awkward, but it's okay. We get to go flare Kintree on Vocation, maybe, which is pretty good. Hmm. Huh. Bit awkward. Oops. I think we take the first beating from the Grizzly. Might need to throttle that thing. I'd also be willing to trade an Invocation for it because it keeps my flare around, gains me some life. Alright, long shot squad. No big deal there. Alright, well, I guess when you play 18 lands, you should definitely expect to see quite a few of them. We've got 2 card draw effects in here, though. Bitter Revelation and the Dig Through Time, so... Alright, let's just bash in for 3 here. I guess if he has an answer for Invocation, though, it's not great for us. Alright, let's chill one more turn here. So we'll drop our Invocation, get a 4/4, and then pass. I think I'll trade my dude for his Grizzly just to gain some life. Buy some time to find some card draw or morph creatures. Alright, well, it's pretty rough, I guess. Well, they returned a Spirit Warrior to my hand. I guess we take another 4. I think that's probably one of those tricolor guys. Well, that's not bad. Well, I kind of want him to outlast this so I can get a snake token at some point. So maybe it's better to just throttle this guy, because I have a hunch that it's the 5/5, so I think I'm just going to kill it now with throttle before he gets a chance to unmorph and then pass. Yeah, well, correct guess on that one. Let's take one more beating from the Grizzly. I'm going to expect him to sort of outlast here. Alright, well, I guess I gotta kill that thing. Well, it works. Guess I gotta trade with the bear. I'm just not seeing any more creatures and can't really afford to take too much more beating. No, that's pretty harsh. Alright. Well, now we're just going to take entirely too much damage. Alright, I guess no reason to show him the second Rite of the Serpent. We're just going to die. Although, no, even if I kill my own Sultai Flare, I only go to 7 life. Alright, we're dead. Alright, so sideboard against Timur. Like I said, we had Bitter Revelation and Dig Through Time, which I think would have been pretty good there, but maybe not, I don't know. I think we just needed to see more spells. I mean, we're playing 18 lands, so I guess I should just expect to be flooded a lot. I don't know. I'm not used to playing 18 lands. I just felt like this deck justified it because we have just so much clunkiness, you know? But yeah, even a bounce effect would have been kind of nice. That's alright. Could get life gain thing. Probably buys us some time. It's not bad. Dreadmaw with Sultai Flare is pretty insane. Just gain infinite life. I don't think I've got a sideboard against him. I just think we need to draw a little bit better, that's all. Yeah, this is good. We'll keep this. I think even if we draw a Morph guy, we still get the Highland game out first. Alright, well, now I don't even have to worry about it. Next turn, likely doing the Dismal Backwater, regardless of whether we get a Morph or not, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'm trying to think. Kind of want to be able to reliably cast Longshot Squad or Bitter Revelation when I need it. Not seeing a second colored source from our opponent is making me feel a little bit better. Alright, so now it's kind of debatable. The issue with playing Abomination here is I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to my 4th untapped land, but we are running 18 lands. I think I'm going to go for the Morph here. I think a lot of it is based on the fact that our opponent just played 2 of the same lands. That's really it. Whether or not that's a good reason remains to be seen. Alright, I can easily attack into that. I'm willing to trade my Morph. Alright. Incremental growth, interesting. Alright, let's just bash in, and we'll drop the Longshot Squad. Alright. Oh wow, Deering Instigator, alright. Get the squad out there. Next turn, likely just Bitter Revelationing. No land drop. Alright. Nope, found his land. Okay. So now we have a 5th land. I think we Revelation. I could get a 3/3, but I think we actually want a Revelation. I want to get some more cards in my hand. Alright, so I think we take Removal Spell plus Abomination. Probably better than the Glacial Stalker, because it flies. So let's do that. So we'll take Removal and Abomination. Put these in the yard, play a land, and pass. So now we have Throttle, Rite of the Serpent. I can hardcast Abomination if I get a land, which is probably pretty good. And the nice thing about the Crippling Chill on his turn, our guy's going to untap next turn, which is kind of nice. Very helpful. Alright, Bear's Companion's a good card. There's our 6th land. So I think we're just gonna kind of tempted to just hard cast the Abomination, because then I can set myself up for a nice incremental growth at some point. Otherwise I can throttle the bear and swing, which isn't bad either. But I kind of want to get more board presence before I start doing that. So I'm just going to cast the Abomination. I'm going to hard cast him. Let's not mess with the morph here. I just want a dude that can fly and loot for me. So we'll take bear. I don't want to double block with his mana open. Alright, so now we'll kill that guy. And I can play Invocation. That's pretty nice, actually. So let's throttle here, and then that sets me up for a really nice incremental growth. Admittedly, I almost want an incremental growth and then Kintree Invocation, but it's essentially going to do close to what I want anyway. So let's just kill his dude and then play Invocation. Could also Outlast here too, but I want the 3 creatures for my incremental growth. That's gonna make a world of difference. I don't even know if I want to loot. Every single card in this hand is good. I'm going to use all 3 of these cards, so I'm not looting. Oops. He has Force Aways in his deck, so he can bounce the Spirit Warrior. I still think we're winning the race pretty handily, though. Yeah, unfortunately, as much as I like Kintree Invocation as a card, pretty weak against the bounce effects, like Water Whirl and Force Away. Huh. I see. Yeah, I think we just Rite of the Serpent and then bash. And that puts him in lethal range with incremental growth on our flyer next turn. So it certainly keeps him busy. Let's just kill the Grizzly. Don't let him trade. I could swing with both and then play the Abomination, but I don't want to get bashed back for too much. So let's just maintain the race here. I'm willing to loot now because I don't need my Abomination. Ooh. Yeah, I'd rather have the Ice Feather Haven because we're going to kill him regardless, and bouncing something seems better to me. So let's ditch the Abomination. I think I still want the incremental growth. Maybe I don't need the growth anymore. Maybe I'd rather just keep pumping out some evasive creatures. But theoretically, next turn I could do this, and if I draw land, I could do incremental growth right away. Let's ditch the Abomination. Yeah, because I mean, the incremental growth just wins next turn if he's like tapped out and I can get in with my flyer. Alright, so let's just win. There's no free unmorph flyers, and he doesn't have the one from Flock, so I think this is just a win. So we have to buff his... This is kind of awkward, but what we do is buff this guy, buff this guy, and then buff our guy. Alright, so, and for some reason it reveals the morph on the board, as someone mentioned in comments, which I also don't like. It doesn't really make sense to me. I don't think well, maybe someone else can answer that. I'd like a Pro Tour. Do they reveal your morph cards after game 1 or game 2? I don't think they do. So this guy's got a pretty good deck, though. He's got, like, Active Treason effect. Avalanche Tusker is pretty good. Some pretty good removal. I don't know if I've got anything else I really want to bring in, though. I'm not sure. I mean, we're clunky, but we've got some powerhouse effects, for sure. I think we try it again. Highland game did a lot of work that game, so the 2-drops are just so important. I think we're a little bit clunky, you know, but this is a fine hand, actually. The pet's kind of nice, since it's got lifelink and all, but I guess it doesn't do too much against the old Alpine Grizzlies. So morphing Ice Feather Aven at some point seems pretty good. I guess if he plays Grizzly, I just morph in Pet, offer the trade. I don't want to hard cast Ice Feather Aven. It's much better morphed and bouncing things. Alright, so I just offer the trade with a morphed Sidisi's Pet. We didn't get any Sultai Charms either, which can be problematic. Alright, so getting a lot of damage in. We basically just have to keep pumping out morphs until one can block. I don't think I want to offer the long shot squad, so I mean I could, but I think I'd rather offer up a Misfire Weaver. Doesn't make as good use of the mana, but it preserves us a better card in long shot squad. Alright, he's just gonna beat us down with Alpine Grizzly, I guess. And he gets to follow up with a morph here, so it's a pretty productive turn for him. I'm hoping that it's not the 5/5 trample, or we're in pretty big trouble. I think it's likely the 5/5 trample, which is pretty tough, but I honestly can't do a single thing about it. I can't do long shot squad now. I guess our plan is... It cost me 6 mana to do Ice Feather Aven plus Unmorph, and we don't have the second green source to really make that happen, so... I can do Morph plus Invocation just to preserve our life total. I think we almost have to do that. Just because I'm almost positive this is a 5/5 Trampler, so I need to still come up with some way to... I don't know how to beat that yet. I have to come up with some plan of how I'm going to beat that. I haven't figured it out yet. But we'll do the Invocation just to get as much board presence as we can. Pretty underwhelming board presence, but he's reliably sort of killed or bounced our guys for 2 turns now. So I think this, as the 5/5 Tramplers, that's going to be really tough to beat. I'm not sure how we do that yet. Well, feel like he would have unmorphed it, but maybe not. All right. One card left in his hand. Abomination is not bad. I think we have to do Ice Feather Aven and leave up the Morph. So I block with my Morph guy, and then when he unmorphs, I bounce. I just wanted to get a feeling for what we're dealing with, so... I guess we play Long Shot Squad, morph that. You know, it might actually be better to hardcast Abomination, leave back Ice Feather Aven. If this is the 5/5 guy, which I suspect it is, I can double block and he can only kill one of my guys. That might be better. Let's go for that. I think we need to sort of I think we need to preserve our life totals as long as we can and get to the point where Dig Through Time can bring us back into this. So I think this is the correct way to do it. So we can double block his... I think I have to assume it's the 5/5 Trampler. I mean, if it's not, I'm in some trouble, but I think it's the right move. So it was the right card, so I'm glad that I picked correctly and left my guys back. Alright, Grizzly, and we know he's got a Pine Walker that he's going to play here. Alright, so... Okay, so now we've got 3 cards in Yard, which means this costs 5 mana. So for 5 mana, I can't play the Long Shot Squad as well. Kind of tempted to just pay the 6 to untap the Morph guy. I think what we do is just long shot squad and then leave this option at our disposal to unmorph. So let's get the long shot squad out there. Leave back our abomination. Pass. I guess I should have left up a second blue source in case dig through time got turned on, but it's alright. We've got pretty good blocks here, and we've got protection on our guys, which is kind of nice. Like for crippling chill or something. This actually worked out pretty nice. So now we get to unmorph, protect our guy. So it wasn't the Pine Walker that I thought it was. But he's not going to steal our guy. He doesn't have a really good attack anymore. I think I do make this trade. I don't want to take 4 damage, so let's offer up the trade. Then he's going to play his Pine Walker, I guess. Let me see here. Forest, 4 cards in yard, so this costs 4 mana. Let's play a land. Let's play Dig Through Time. Couple blue. Black. Green. So we get 2 cards. Rite of the Serpent. I already played a land, so I think we take the Rite of the Serpent long shot squad, play squad, pass. He doesn't really have a good attack with his Pine Walker anymore, and then we can Rite of the Serpent, the next big threat, and we ditch all those lands. Yeah, that makes sense. He's going the bottom, so we just got rid of 5 lands from our deck, which is pretty good. But let's get the squad down there. Crippling Chill is going to be a pretty big deal, but I guess if he Crippling Chills, he can't unmorph this, so that's good news. Just killing the Abomination. Alright. It's not that bad for us. Really not that bad. Got the Rite of the Serpent, too. Keep that in mind. Jeez. I think we actually attack here. Because if he strikes back, I can just misfire Weaver. And then I can start bashing him down with squad. But then again, I guess I can just... I feel like a 2-1 is so not a big deal. I'd rather kill his future creatures. Let's, I mean, I don't want to pay 6 mana every turn is like the main reason that I'm not doing the Weaver. I could just outlast Rite of the Serpent. It's debatable. I think I attack with Longshot Squad, though. And offer the trade with Misfire Weaver. I think that's the best plan. I just didn't want to pay 6 lands every turn to untap it. Alright, it's a pretty good draw. We've got the Right of the Serpent for the bear, though. Ooh, Abomination, too. So yeah, we go right on bear, and then we morph. Alright, tracker's not a huge deal. Especially with the throttle. So I could bash in with the morph. I think it's better to outlast here and then leave up the mana to unmorph the Abomination or throttle if we need to, if he has like crippling chill. I think we're still okay. I think what we have to do is take 4 damage here. But we're going to throttle his tracker. We're going to be at 2 life. Man, that's rough. But I don't think we've got a choice. Oh, he had a pump spell too? Alright, well, that was a good last card to have. We definitely lose. That was a close one. We'll see you for round 2.